Rhiannon Fish, and you're listening to Chris Gordon on Ramblings of a Hellblazer.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening and good night, listeners, wherever you are in the world right now. This is Ramblings of a Hellblazer with your host, as always, Chris Gordon. Thank you all for tuning in. Very much appreciate all the support. You are absolutely amazing, every single one of you. Go out and live life to the fullest because that's what it's all about. Today, I am proud and privileged to present to you the beautiful Rhiannon Fish, who plays Ontari in the 100. She's also been in Home and Away and Neighbours, which are huge soap operas coming out of Australia. I know I've been watching it for many years, or I used to watch it for many years myself. So without further ado, I bring to you Rhiannon Fish. How are you, Rhiannon?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for talking to me.
No, thank you for your time, and thank you for the time which it's just taken for me to sort this out.
Oh, no, it's fine, really. Got to listen to a little Starlight Express. It was good.
Yeah. For those of you who didn't listen, for some reason, my system just played up, so yeah. Rhiannon just sat very patiently waiting for me and looking at the top of my head as I was frantically trying to find out what's gone wrong. So I'm quite honest, you see. I'm honest and open. I don't mind.
I like that, yeah.
Awesome. So as you know, Rhiannon, you've got a lot of questions which have been thrown at you from your fans. It seems you've picked up a lot of fans, which is fantastic, who all want to see you more.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to seeing you on the screen and some more of you on the screen in the future as well.
Yeah.
So we shall kick off with some generic ones first before we go into ones which the fans have said.
Awesome.
So how old were you when you realised you wanted to become an actress?
I don't really remember a time when it wasn't what I wanted to do. So I think maybe 6, 7 years old, that's when I realized that's what I wanted to be.
Cool. Mm-hmm. And who inspired you kind of at that age? What was your inspirations?
The first I can really remember, I used to love Drew Barrymore when I was growing up. She was like my ultimate idol. Every romantic comedy that she did, I watched and just looked up to her and thought she was the greatest thing. I still do. I think she's awesome.
Awesome. Excellent. Now that really ages me because Drew Barrymore, when I was a kid, was in E.T.
Oh, sorry. I didn't even think of that. Of course. Yeah.
Thanks for that.
It's okay.
Yeah, I can't think of her apart from being that little girl in E.T.
Yeah.
But she's a fantastic actress, so I can see that.
She really is. I love her. Yeah.
Very versatile, so.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And who inspires you today? Is that the same? Would it still be Drew or?
No, not so much. Now I'm in love with J-Law. Jennifer Lawrence, I think, is just the best thing on the planet. I am absolutely in love with her.
Awesome. She's fantastic.
She's as good as they get, honestly. I haven't seen anything of hers in a while, but I can't. The last thing I saw was, what was it called? The one with the mop. What was that called? You know where she made the mop. It was down over Christmas time, and she invented the mop.
No,
I
I've not seen that one.
It's a really good movie. You should see it. It's about her, and she invents the mop. It's great.
All right, cool. Yeah, sorry, you've lost me on that. I don't get to see many. As we've explained, I've got a 9-year-old son, so cinema for me.
No, fair enough. Yeah. That's okay.
Sadly, that goes out of your life when you have kids.
Yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, what kind of projects have you got on at the moment besides the 100?
Well, I have something that I might be doing in Australia, but I'm really torn. I don't know if I should stay here. I really love LA, and there seems to be so many opportunities and stuff, but I'm also very open to possibly going home to work on some stuff over there, back in Australia.
All right, cool. Fantastic. Yeah. And speaking of Australia, that's where you came, obviously where you come from.
Yeah.
These are the questions about Neighbours and Home and Away. Now, I'm a long time now. How was it working on the sets of those? Because, I mean, they're huge over here in the UK and obviously in Australia as well. So what was that like?
Well, first I'll just clarify. I was born in Canada, hence why I have the accent, because so many people are like, I don't understand. Are you doing a fake American accent? What's going on? No, I have a Canadian accent, but I grew up in Australia.
Okay.
And yeah, I worked on both Neighbours and Home and Away, and honestly, they're as good as I can't say enough good things about those shows. They're just wonderful and such a great learning experience. I feel like it sets you up for anything they're going to throw at you in the future.
All right, cool. I mean, I say again, it's age and me because I kind of lost track of them when Charlene and Scott. No, I'm joking. I was watching after them, years after that.
No, it's like everyone has the time though that they remember of both the shows. Now we're in sort of like the River Boy era. Like anyone that comes on board now is super into them. But there's been a whole lot of different people that everyone's remembered over the past.
Yeah. I think my favourite at the time was Danny Minogue. This really is going 90s. Danny Minogue, because she came to Real where we live, and she did when she became a pop star.
She was Neighbours, wasn't she?
No, she was in Home and Away. Yeah.
And Kylie Minogue, her sister, was in Neighbours. That's right. Yeah.
See, this predates you by.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, she came to Real for a pop concert and, squeezed me way to the front just to go fanboy over her.
Oh, bless. That's really cute.
I think I was about 15 at the time, so yeah, it was quite embarrassing, but.
No, it's
one
nice.
Of those times.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they're a huge show, so, to be a part of that as well, it's definitely
Absolutely.
a great grounding for what you're doing now and to
for sure.
And to step
and
up
it's
to what
crazy
you really
how
do.
many people on the 100 that came from Home and Away are Neighbours.
Mm-hmm.
I know Eliza was Neighbours, Bob was Home and Away. That's a lot. That's like a huge portion of the main cast who have come from the same place. It's very cool.
Yeah, definitely. To be moved into the same sort of following the same sort of path as well. It's quite rare to see, I think.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So yeah, we got some questions as well coming from people here. Now we've got someone from Ju. I believe Ju is in Brazil. Sorry if you're not, and I've got that completely wrong. What's your favourite thing about Ontari?
I think I liked, of course, I should say her badass side. I think that that's really cool. However, I really liked the vulnerable side that you kind of got to see in episode 310, where you saw that she really was just a kind of a young girl who's very confused and doesn't know what she's doing. And she really is just trying her best.
Mm-hmm.
Her best is not good, but she's trying.
Cool. That's kind of great for you as a character as well, isn't it? Just try and push that through. And
it was, yeah, absolutely. Because when I read 309, when she murdered all the children and all that stuff was going on, it was like, okay, I hope we get a little bit of a backstory. So I was so happy when I read 310 and that was there.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit of a shocker, really, isn't it, reading that in the script?
Gosh,
thinking,
yeah.
Everyone's going to hate me.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. What's your favourite thing of being part on the show like the 100? That's also Ontari is a queen has asked that as well as Ju.
My favorite part about being on the show, I think, would be, the fact that it's a fantasy world, and anything can happen. Coming from a show that's a soap opera, I mean, yes, really weird stuff goes down on Neighbours and Home and Away.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
However, it's sort of based in reality. So there is, boundaries that you have to sort of stick to. Whereas this is a sci-fi fantasy world. So quite literally anything can happen. And I think that that's a really fun world to play in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's the whole genre of sci-fi. It's just, and a series which has lasted like the 100 has as well.
Yeah.
You just never know what's going to happen from 1 minute to the next. And
exactly. And that's so exciting. Also scary, but definitely exciting.
Well, yeah, there's always that one chance you might come in and oh.
And I'm dead, yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully that won't happen.
Hopefully.
But yeah, no, it's a great genre. I mean, sci-fi is one of my fantastic genres anyway, and I just absolutely adore that sort of...
Absolutely.
It's the feel of the cinematography of everything, and especially with the 100, the way it's just amazing.
Yeah.
The way it's filmed.
I totally agree.
Excellent. If you could be any other character from the 100, who would you like it to be?
If we're going... look, I'm going to say Murphy. Honestly, I think that Murphy is the coolest character. And I think Richard Harmon has done such an amazing job of developing that character. So you want to hate him, but you can't. Like, you cannot help but absolutely love Murphy. And he does have that cockroach, I put that in inverted commas, quality where you just can't seem to kill him. And I think if you're going to fall in love with any character or want to be one, you want to be Murphy, because I feel like he's going to stick around.
That's a fair enough answer. Yep, longevity, I like it.
Exactly, yeah.
Excellent. So at Amy Marie, with 2 E's, how long does this process take on a daily basis to get ready for the 100? Now you know that how Ontari looks.
Well, at first it took hours. And what actually took the longest amount of time was the scene with all the night blood that was poured on my face. Because they couldn't make it look, it's very difficult to make black blood translate so it looks like blood splatter. Like it was a very confusing thing to do. So that actually took a whole day to figure out what we were going to do with that. And I stunk like molasses for several days after. But in terms of the actual basic hair and makeup that we did, by the end, we had it down to like 45 minutes an hour. So super, super fast.
Cool. That's pretty good going.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Can't complain at all.
I know there's one of the people I spoke to, Jed Brophy. You might be aware of him because he's from New Zealand. But yeah, he's when he did Nori the Dwarf and obviously in Lord of the Rings, he was like saying it was like 5-6 hours for his makeup with all the prosthetics. So 45 minutes, you've got to be laughing.
Oh, absolutely, for sure.
Yeah, I couldn't sit for 6 hours. You guys, it must be so difficult just to sit patiently still while.
Well, I don't know how people do it, honestly, unless I don't know. Maybe you get used to it, but then again, 5-6 hours is a long time.
It is, yeah. I can't even sit still for 45 minutes, so for your 45 minutes, I wouldn't be. I'd be fidgeting and I'd be getting shouted at and getting told off.
Nice.
Cool. Amy Marie has also said it was her birthday on the 16th, and she'd love to have had a birthday wish.
I'm pretty sure I said happy birthday to her.
You probably did on Twitter, yeah.
Happy birthday, Amy Marie. Happy birthday.
There you go. I think this is when we were hoping to have it before the 16th. That's why.
Oh,
it came through. Okay. Yeah, that was my fault.
I hope I already did. No. Don't apologize. You're fine.
I think you did on Twitter, but yeah.
I hope
She's
so.
Heard it verbally now as well. There you go.
Good.
Okay. At Melanie Rosie, do you still have the piercing that you had at the top of your right ear that you used to have, or did you get rid of it?
I used to have 2 up at the top of my ear, but I got rid of them. I used to have. Oh, my cat. I used to have lots of piercings, but I got rid of all of them. I feel like, except for the one in my ear. I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like personally I suit a more natural look, but that's just what I'm feeling at the moment. That could change. I could end up, with a sleeve of tattoos and covered in piercings. You just never know.
Well, as a bloke speaking to you, I can say you really rock that natural look.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'll keep that on.
Thank you.
Welcome. Okay, so Serena Volpe. She's
Serena's the one that does the drawings, yeah?
Yeah, she does some great.
Yeah, I love
work.
her. She's amazing.
She does. Yeah, I've seen some of the stuff she does, and it's just outstanding. To be fair.
Yeah, she is. She's absolutely amazing. I love her stuff.
Yeah,
Very talented. Do you know how old she is?
I don't actually know. I'm
Because
not
she's
sure.
so talented. Absolutely amazing.
I do chat to her, but being a gentleman, it's not the kind of thing I
turn
around and
fair
ask.
enough. I just wasn't sure if she was like a younger girl, or I'll have to ask her. I'll ask her on social media.
Yeah, you can ask her. Yeah, you can ask
Yeah.
her. She'll probably tell you now straight away.
Yeah.
She's been going mad. She's been very excited for this.
Aw.
So what do you think about the strong power and bravery the females from the 100 characters have? She thinks it's obviously such a pleasure to see such female strong leaders during those times.
I think it's awesome. I can't say enough good things about how they portray women in this show. I think that, I wish that when I was growing up, there was a show like this. I think that all the characters, yes, they have some flaws, but I think the female characters are absolutely wonderful role models that I think young girls should watch and want to be like. And I think that that's a really, really great thing that the show is doing.
Definitely. It's something that we should have as well. It is nice to see because, the film industry has been so male-driven for God knows how many years. So it's nice to see that sort of thing being, that change and that acknowledgement coming through.
Yeah, I totally agree. None of the women need a man. And I think there's no knight in shining armor kind of business. It's just they're fine on their own. And I think that that's a great message to send to women.
Oh, it is definitely. You don't have to be needy. because, I grew up and it was all everyone had to be, women. They were subjected like Barbie dolls, and that's that was the role model that they had then. So seeing
exactly, but times are changing, and I think it's a wonderful time to be alive. Honestly, I think it's great.
Oh, it is. It's fantastic. The empowerment that everyone has now, regardless of your sex, your gender, persuasion thing, anything. It's just a really great time to be.
Exactly.
To be in.
It's all about equality and equal rights. I mean, really, it's what it's all about at the end of the day.
Exactly. It's fantastic. Mm-hmm. So, okay, Serena also asks, what did you think about Ontari the first time you read the script?
The first time I read, I really like her. And I know she does a lot of horrible things, but I think that she's a really tough cookie. And I think that that's very cool. I mean, when I was on Home and Away, I played like probably the nicest girl you could, like, just too nice. Like, it was irritating and annoying, I think, to a lot of people, including myself. So it's fun to be a little bit bad, or awesome. A lot bad. Let's be honest. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Well, it's a far cry character-wise, I say, from Home and Away and Away and Neighbours, because you do look at those soaps, and I mean, I say I used to love them, and I probably would love them today if I watched them, because they're just but they are sickly sweet. Because that's what they're designed to be, that's what they're designed. So coming out and just being this hard, this character that.
Yeah, and I like that too, is that she's unapologetically bad. Like, she's not going to apologize for anything that she does. She just really owns it, and I do like that a lot.
Awesome, cool. If we were in such a complicated world with such tough rules at the moment, what would you think you would do, and how would you handle it?
I've always said that I wouldn't handle it. Like, if I was in a horror movie situation or a post-apocalyptic kind of deal, I would either be the first to die, or I would pretend to be dead so that no one would bother me and I could just sort of live my life peacefully. I couldn't handle it.
That's honest.
Yeah.
It's like this thing I saw as well. So, same sort of thing. It's what would you do in a zombie apocalypse? And I don't know if you've seen it on, like you've seen it on that. There's a meme going around. It's like what me and my friends think we are. And it's Daryl Dixon and Rick, and it goes what we actually like, and it's like Shaun and his friend from Shaun of the Dead. So it's like you and your friend, think you're going to be like really tough like Daryl.
You're not. You're dead. Honestly, you can't.
Yeah, exactly. You're screwed, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think I'd be the same as well. I'd probably just hide away somewhere and.
Yeah, I think the people that had the best idea were in the 100 were the ones that were in the desert, just like hanging out with their family, not bothering anyone. I could live with them.
Yeah. Stay away from all the trouble.
Yeah, exactly.
Excellent. So Jose is asking, how does it feel to play a character practically everyone will eventually hate?
I think it was really scary at first, because I know that it's easy to blur the lines between character and actor. And I was really scared that a lot of people were going to be angry at me for the things that the character had done. But I've been very fortunate in that people have been so understanding that they are two entirely separate things. So now it's really fun to hear what people think of the character and also hear what they think of me. Like, it's just very cool to have both sort of inputs, because everyone hates her. That's for sure. Yeah.
But but you are right. It's I think again it's I can imagine how scary that would have been, because you look at the TV and film today and you can see how some actors and actresses are treated because of the way their character is and where they and they're totally different.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I remember I used to watch Game of Thrones with friends of mine. And they used to be like, I hate Joffrey. I hate that guy. He's so annoying. All this stuff go on. And I used to think, well, you know what? You're supposed to. So that technically means that this guy is a really, really good actor. And he's doing his job.
Exactly, yeah. So, doing it properly because you hate him so much.
Exactly, yeah.
It's actually a friend of mine. I know him from his bouncer days. Spencer, he was one of the White Walkers in Game of Thrones.
That's so cool.
He lives a mile down the road. He does kickboxing at the teacher's kickboxing next door. He's going to come.
Is he super tall?
He is about 6'6".
Whoa.
He's huge. Yeah.
That's massive.
But he's such a nice guy as well. And obviously, but he was a White Walker in Game of Thrones, so it's you just totally
exactly.
You can't picture it.
I totally get that. Yeah.
So it's good, but it's a testament to your acting that obviously because I'll testify that you are the sweetest person to talk to in real life.
Good.
Yeah, and I'm not coming on here and sitting hiding away and trying to.
Thank you. No, I'm glad it's not the other way around. It's like love the character, hate the person. So if it had to be one way, I'd go this way.
Yeah, that's the better way to have it.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. So Adriana, who's also said, would you be able to say hello to Adriana?
Hello, Adriana.
Do you and Ontari have anything in common?
No, I really don't think so. That's such a great question, but I thought about it and it's like, no. I really hope I don't have many similarities. Um, no, I don't think so.
That's a
She's
good
just
thing.
she Yeah, she is. She is rotten to the core, I think sometimes, and I hope that I don't. Like we were saying before, I don't want to have any of those qualities.
Yeah, well, that's a great answer. I'm sure everyone will be more
Yeah,
pleased than to hear that.
good. Yes.
You're not just going to go off and do some sort of mass.
Child murdering.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? No.
Yeah, not the kind of thing you want to have on
No.
your resume.
No.
What was your favourite subject in school?
It was theater studies, which probably doesn't come as a surprise, or drama, or anything in the arts sort of area.
Cool. It was mine as well, many a moon ago.
Of course, yeah, not surprised.
Yeah, it was fun. It was just great. Something I never took up. But I have full respect to you guys who actually did follow that dream. I got told to do
No,
something more sensible.
Similar. It's all, we all did, honestly. Some of us chose to listen, some didn't. Yeah.
I was frog mark. No, I wasn't frog. I was joking. So yeah, I was kind of persuaded to do something different. So yeah, unfortunately I didn't. But yeah, I'm getting back into it, kind of.
Nice.
Adriana also asks, have you ever been to Germany?
I have. I was in a musical when I was younger, and we did a world tour. And we stayed with different host families around the world. And this is honest truth. The nicest people we stayed with and came across were from Germany. They're just the most kind people I've ever met.
They are. I've got to say, my degree's in German. I lived out there for a year near Dresden.
And aren't they just lovely?
They were.
Honestly.
I mean, I had to. Sorry, going back to me. When I was,
no, it's okay. Go ahead. You're fine.
I worked in a factory, and my rent, because I stayed with the managing director, who's a lovely guy, and he had a whole flat under his house, and I lived in the flat, so I had the whole flat to myself. But my rent was to teach English to the guys in the factory.
Oh,
they didn't want to learn.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they all learned Russian when they were younger. They were all older than me, so they were all in their 40s, and I was 20, so they were all in their 40s, 50s.
Yeah.
And they were fantastic, so funny. But none of them wanted to learn English, so I got there for rent-free for a year. It was awesome.
Yeah, nice.
But they were really, everyone welcomed you into their homes. You come back. I mean, I'm still friends with them now. Oh my God, 20 years on, I'm still friends with them.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. They are such lovely people.
And try and get back every time. It's a really, really lovely place. And
a beautiful country too. I can't wait to get back there. Yeah.
It is. It's absolutely fantastic. There's so much history. There's so much. The castles there. Oh, it's just beautiful.
Gorgeous. Yeah.
I'd love to move there one day.
Oh, me too. Yeah, absolutely.
Or at least have a house.
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
There was a house. Sorry, there was a house actually in the town I used to live in. We went back about 3-4 years ago. And what they do, they sell a plot of land. So if there's a house on it, they'll destroy the house. Yeah. Now, it was like, it must have a 5-story house. It was a really old one. You could see inside, and there's all the oak staircases, all the oak walls.
Oh, beautiful.
Hand carved, but it was in a state of disrepair. And they sold it for like €30,000, which is what, $40,000, something like that.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It was like 5 stories, and it was because it was falling down. All they would have done was destroy it. At the time, we were thinking if we'd had the money, we would have snapped that up and just renovated it.
Why wouldn't you? Oh my God.
But yeah,
that's just crazy. I never knew that. I never knew that stuff like that sold like that over there. That's crazy for a 5-story house.
I know.
Insane.
And they would have just knocked it down, but you could see inside all the ornate wood. It was great.
Beautiful.
It's absolutely fantastic out there. So can you say anything in German?
Not anymore. I wish I could. I studied German for several years in high school, but like anything, if you stop doing it, it's over. I can't remember any of it.
Yeah. Sadly, I'm the same. I did my degree in German. I've not used it for about 5 years. And I can still pick it up, but it's just not as good as it used to be.
Of course, yeah. It's scary how quickly you forget things.
It is, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
On a similar note, Serena's asked if you can speak Italian.
No, I know. I've never known how to speak Italian. I'd love to learn, though. And Italy is like my #1 place that I want to visit. So maybe one day.
Cool. She threw that in just before we started.
Sure.
Adriana again is asking, who was the first person on the 100 cast show that you talked to on your first day in set?
I think the first person I met was, trying to think now. I think it was Richard, who was just so lovely. He is, I'm sure you've heard this before, as everyone probably has, just the nicest guy I've ever come across. And he's so just appreciative and so wants to be there. And you can tell in his work, like, he is absolutely incredible. So it was quite a privilege to be able to meet and work with him.
Awesome. It's lovely when you can meet someone who's that inspiring on you know.
Oh, absolutely. Because you just never know. Coming into a show that's been running for a few seasons, you know, things can get stale and people might not want to be there, but that was certainly not the case with this show. Everyone is so hungry and so passionate about the show, and as they should be. It's brilliant.
Well, you can see that, I say, just from Twitter. The response from all of you guys, you know, there's a passion, not just with the fans, but with the cast yourselves.
Absolutely.
You know, in pushing this out.
Yes, and that's so cool. I think that's great.
It is. It's also quite rare as well. There's not many shows where they do that. There are. Yeah. I can name a couple, which I won't, because we're talking about the 100.
Yeah.
But there are a few. There are a couple, but you don't see that with everything. And I think it's such an important thing in today's society with social media. Absolutely. The way it is for, you know, to engage, and obviously it gives you guys a job for longer because it keeps you getting renewed, which is what you guys want. But it makes the fans feel so much more included in the show, and it is just brilliant to see that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Last one from Adriana is, which country is there that you've always wanted to visit that you haven't yet, or you maybe have visited?
Well, I do want to go to Italy. I haven't been there, and I would love to. I don't know. I think there's parts of Australia that I'd still like to go back and visit. Or no, I want to go everywhere. New Zealand, I only spent a little bit of time there and I fell in love. I want to go everywhere, really.
That's a fair enough dream to have.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'll be able to do it too, I'm sure, with all the acting that you're going to get into as
Hopefully.
well. You get taken to these great places.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, just imagine if you go filming in New Zealand, though. That would be...
And they film a lot of stuff there because it's so gorgeous. I mean, The Hobbit was filmed there, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. Lord of the Rings,
yeah.
The Hobbit, Shannara Chronicles was filmed out there as well.
It is, yeah, that's right. It's just a beautiful, beautiful place.
It is. It looks gorgeous. I'd love to go one day as well. I just want to go to Hobbiton and Lord of the Rings fan. I just want to stand at Hobbit House.
You should.
And go whale watching. It's just an idyllic place where you can be one with nature right there in your
it's magic, honestly. Yeah.
It's awesome, cool. So the last set of questions I've got are from Alicia Ontari, who is at Refish Lovers. Who she did say you will laugh because you should know her quite well from Instagram and Twitter and
that's right.
The first question she's asked is a bit of a funny one. Is would you know her if she walked down the street? With all the selfies I think she's posted.
No, but I'm pretty good. I'm terrible with names, but when it comes to faces, I never forget a face. So I'm sure I would remember Alicia.
Awesome, cool. She's also asking how hard is it moving across the world again? Is it hard?
There are elements that are hard, but at first I was super homesick and very lonely and really, honestly, sad. But I find, like anything, if you just stick to it, and this is a dream I've had, like I said, since I can remember. So in the end, I'm so happy to be here, and I've got my cats, so I'm happy.
Yeah, and your cats have joined you today.
Oh my god, the stupid cats. They're so annoying everywhere I go. There's one behind you right now, behind the screen. There's one behind me over here, like everywhere.
I actually adore cats. They've got their mind of their own, but they're the most lovely companions you can have.
Yeah.
And annoying.
Yes, so annoying.
Just when you don't need them, they're there.
Like now, yeah. Yeah.
We used to have a kitten again. It's when we first moved here, there was a brand new estate they were still building, and we had a lovely little kitten. He died of leukemia age 2, but I don't know if he knew, but he was tiny. He was about yay big, and he used to sit in the road when they had big JCBs, the big Caterpillar trucks and cranes.
Yeah.
He used to drive down the road, and he'd sit in the middle of the road, and they'd have to drive on the pavement or the sidewalk. They'd have to actually move out the way and go up the pavement to go round.
Tiny kitten.
The little kitten would sit.
And then in the cat's mind, it's like, I own this. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing on my street? Like, this is where I sit, move.
Yeah, you could see, you know, I don't know if he knew he was ill because you could just see that in his face. He was like, come on, come and have me. Come on.
Bring it. Yeah. So cute.
It was just funny seeing this massive, really, you know, God knows how many tons bigger, and the drivers just laughing their heads off as this little black cat just sat in the middle of the road, unfazed. He was
cute.
awesome. The last question Alicia has got is how proud of her are you as a fan? I'll open that up to all your fans. How proud of you of all your fans that you've got on Twitter?
Well, I'm very proud of everyone that's happy and just living their life and doing what they want to do. I'm super proud. But I don't know if proud's the right word. I think it's very sweet to see all the support that the show gets online. And I think that they deserve a lot of credit for giving the show publicity. And when it's trending on Twitter, people notice that and people start watching it. So I think it's great what they do, and it should be recognized. And I hope they continue to do it. I'm sure they will. Because I mean, they got a season 4. I think obviously the fans are the reason why they got a season 4.
Excellent. Oh yeah, because it drives that support, and you know that's what the people at the top like to see. So
it really does. Social media is so powerful. So yeah, keep at it.
Excellent. Is there anything last that you'd like to say, and in Ontari's words? Well, you know, better not do it in Ontari's words because she'll probably be vindictive and evil.
Yeah.
How about you?
Exactly.
Anything that Rhiannon would like to say to your fans?
I just want to say thank you for the people that have been super loyal from the beginning. Like, it was a long time ago that I finished on Home and Away, and there are people that really stuck by my side the whole time. And I really, really, really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. And I hope that I can continue to make them proud and happy that they do support me. And then for all the new people, like, I'm just so excited. I'm so happy to meet all of you. So, you know, tweet me, send me something on Instagram. I think you're all lovely, and I love talking to you guys. So that's it.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Well, that's been absolutely
Pleasure.
fantastic. Thank you once again, Rhiannon, for your time and for taking time to answer everyone's questions. I hope everybody enjoyed that as much as I did. Absolutely fantastic. You are a brilliant person, Rhiannon, and very fun to talk to, and I hope to be able to talk to you again in the future soon. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Thank you, Rhiannon, for your time. This is Chris Gordon from Ramblings of a Hellblazer.